Welcome back to We're Having Fun, the podcast where we're having fun. What? I'm doing it.
You're very.
I'm doing it. Am I doing it loud?
No, you were very low.
I was trying to be lower. I was gonna go at a low energy since I don't want to offend your neighbors. Since I'm a visitor here. So, what's up?
Well, first of all, I'm Krista, and you're
I'm
Mark.
Yes, I am.
You
may remember me from the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back. And we are doing this live. As you hear this is a live stream.
No, it is not. It is not. It is definitely
everything
not.
Streamed. Nothing will be edited out. That weird edit you think you hear didn't happen.
No.
We do it perfectly every time.
No.
So, yeah, we're here. I'm here in person with Krista in her home. It is located at...
Shut up. That has been redacted.
Sorry, this is live podcast.
Oh, jeez.
Not much you can do. But yeah, so we're trying out this setup. It's new to us.
It's real weird.
It's weird. We don't know what to do. We're actually looking at each other.
Yeah.
So when she hates my jokes, I will know it instantaneously.
Uh-huh.
And not think that maybe the audio cut out.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get to experience that with us for the first time. And it has been raining constly since I got here.
Oh, okay. So we have to tell now. All right, here we go. Okay, so it has been raining here for the past, 3 weeks. It seems like every single day.
Yeah.
And as soon as Mark landed in the state... No rain. Not a single drop. There was thunder today. Mm-hmm. No rain.
So I'm still not sure was thunder. Probably just a car backfiring.
It was thunder. There was lightning on the radar. Come on. It was just too far away. So
yeah, I'm still waiting to hear about these massive rains they supposedly have here. But, it's cool. It's still fun to be here. Still nice.
I'm shaking my head and he can see it this time.
I feel the anger. But the good news is it allowed us to go out and, go see a movie, which we did. And we went and saw Black Widow.
Yep, went to the actual movie theater. Yeah. Actually went out.
Uh-huh. And this is our first movie together.
Yeah,
the theater.
In the theater, yes.
Spoilers, we have seen other movies together.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know it by this podcast, but we have.
That's right. First movie I've seen in a while. I don't remember the last one I saw. Probably something superhero-ish.
Yeah, and I said the last one I think I saw was The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that might have been. I'll have to check the timeline.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Everything came out.
I can't remember if anything came out after that.
Probably, but I don't know if I saw it.
You didn't see Birds of Prey, did you?
I did see Birds of Prey.
That was probably your last one.
That's possible.
Because I think that was right before I went out to see you, and that's when everything shut down.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could be.
Because I was going to go see Onward.
Oh, yeah.
And then everything shut down.
Yeah.
And then we watched it on Disney Plus instead.
We did. So we did get to see it. I enjoyed being back in the theater. I don't particularly like theater seats, though.
Yeah, they're pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Especially for long movies. It wasn't so bad with this one. It didn't seem that long.
Yeah.
But once it hits 2 hours and 30 minutes, which, some movies do now, it's my butt starts hurting. And I have
my
to
tailbone.
It's you move to one side, that side of your butt starts hurting. You move to the other side, that one starts hurting. It's just I'm really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've gotten really spoiled back in Phoenix where with the recliners and you can pretty much just lay down in the theater and watch a movie.
We're not fancy here.
Yeah, not
This
yet.
is Alabama. We ain't fancy. Actually, you can probably go, there are theaters around here that they're just not in this town.
Yeah, maybe they'll spread eventually. Yeah. You never know. It just takes a little time. I never thought the city where I originally came from would ever get anything like that, but they eventually did.
Nice.
So, yeah. There's hope, but you never know. Just maybe a while. Especially due to having to recover first from COVID.
Yeah.
And probably don't have the money to go build new stuff right now.
No.
I enjoyed the theater. I thought it was a nice theater to see it in.
Yeah, it's fine.
It reminds me of the theaters of my childhood, without all the fancy gimmicks and all that. So it's just, and I like it had the stadium seating, so it's really my biggest requirement, honestly.
Yeah, you would have hated the theater that I grew up going to, which it's shut down now. It shut down a while, years and years ago.
The ones I grew up with probably were the same way, of just all behind each other seats, or what?
Oh no, it was angled. No, it wasn't that bad. It's just, it wasn't that great either.
Yeah, well, ours weren't either. But... And
I mean, it was really small theaters, and it wasn't like one of these, 16 you can choose from. No, there were 4.
Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, we had stuff like that too. We've come a long way since those days. Some of us have. So we saw Black Widow. And we saw previews beforehand. I haven't seen previews in a while.
Oh, we also saw commercials beforehand because we got there a little early and we saw the same commercial. 5 times.
It was the worst
commercial. It got to the point where I knew that she was about to do certain things in the commercial.
She was
because I was doing it along with her.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was for. I don't remember what it was for.
It's for Samsung.
That was it. It was Samsung.
Some kind of influencer. Those commercials are always terrible. The ones where they have influencers on.
I never know who they are. So
I never do either, and it's just
I don't know if that was
good.
Just one girl or if it was twins.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but...
Yeah, I'd believe either way.
Yeah.
What previews did we see?
We saw...
We didn't see Jungle Cruise, which we were hoping for.
We did not see Jungle Cruise, that's true.
Happen.
We saw the new Venom.
Venom.
Carnage.
Are you excited about that?
I didn't like the first one very much.
It wasn't very good.
I don't know, maybe this one will be better. I do like Woody Harrelson, so... I
do too, but this in all the trailers I've seen, it doesn't look good.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I think Woody Harrelson will be fine, but
I'm just glad they changed his hair.
Yeah.
That hair, his clown hair in the first one was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a little. It's one of those things where maybe being accurate to the comics is not a good thing.
Okay.
What else was
we saw
there?
The Eternals.
Which
I'm excited for that one.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope it's good, but I don't know. I really like The Eternals.
We saw Shang-Chi.
Yeah. I've seen that a few times now to where it's like, okay, well, I just want to see the movie now.
I feel like it was different than the one that I saw of it, so that was nice.
Yeah.
The Eternals one, though, I had already seen that one.
Yeah, me too.
We also saw the preview for Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, yeah, Top Gun Maverick. I honestly love Top Gun.
Top Gun's fine.
I enjoyed it. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like a movie that I would seek out, but I guess because I used to watch it with my brother and stuff, and we both liked it. So, yeah, I have a place in my heart. It looks like they are including a new beach game scene.
Oh, yeah, beach volleyball game.
Shirtless guys again. But it looks like they added girls this time, to really change it up. But I think that hurts the movie. And let's just get some all sweaty dudes out there.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Just keep it true.
Yeah, so it looked interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't know if I want to see it at the movie theater.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to see it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I don't like Tom Cruise.
I don't like him. Yeah.
Yeah, most people who know me know that I don't like Tom Cruise. So, and I've never, this was even before his whole Scientology thing.
Yeah.
I was just always like, there's a couple of movies that I like him in, and then...
I like him in a few movies. He's one I can kind of separate himself. I can separate him from his work. I guess because he hasn't done anything too horrible that I know about. He's just weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I wouldn't want to hang around him.
No.
Like ever.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, they'd better play Take My Breath Away in there, or I'm going to be very disappointed.
It looked like they were hitting, all the beats. Motorcycle Ride.
It's like, if I don't get some Highway to the Danger Zone, if you don't get Kenny Loggins in here.
Yeah. The Motorcycle Ride, they're in a bar singing a song, probably. Like they did Great Balls of Fire, right? Was that what it was? Whenever Goose was playing the piano in the first one and they were singing.
Maybe. I
don't know. But it looks like they're hitting a lot of the same beats on this one, so hold out hope. Take My Breath Away shows up. Or a remixed version like in Space Jam.
Yeah.
Now done by Nickelback. Tear my breath away.
No.
I'd watch it. I feel like there's one more.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a Free Guy. Ryan Reynolds
That was it. Yeah.
How do you feel about that movie?
It looks fine.
Yeah, I think I got more interested in seeing it on that viewing. I don't need to go to the theater to see it.
Yeah, but I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, but it sold me a little better than the first preview I saw. So
plus, it has Taika Waititi in it, and so
that does help.
That helps a lot.
He's gonna be a bad guy. It's gonna be hard to swallow. He's such a lovable guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been a bad guy before.
Which one?
He was Hitler.
Was that bad?
Yes. In Jojo Rabbit.
But he was his friend.
But he was like fun Hitler.
Fun Hitler. Yep.
Oh no. I'm gonna regret saying that.
Yeah, no, there was no fun Hitler. But yeah, just if you haven't seen Jojo Rabbit, go see it. You'll know what we're talking about. And yeah.
Or just watch a preview for it, because he's in the previews for it too.
It is true, but if you watch just the previews, you think it is fun Hitler, probably.
Yeah, probably. And anyway, you should watch Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, because it's a good movie. Yeah. And it has Scarlett Johansson.
It does.
Who was in the movie we watched. Because I think that's all the previews.
Yeah, I think that was all of them.
Probably. But I really want to get back to that Samsung commercial.
Oh, God, please no.
No, we'll do Black Widow. So, saw it normal, not 3D, not IMAX, because that's unnecessary.
Just a standard version.
It really, I don't see anything that would have improved for this movie.
We also didn't have D-box seats, so we
did not have D-box seats.
Weren't getting thrown around or anything.
I had D-box seats for something.
I've never had it.
I think maybe for like an Avengers, and it was fine. It probably wasn't worth it, but it was fine. It didn't like spray me in the face with anything. It was just kind of more of a moving and shaking deal.
Yeah, I think
no air blast.
I think that's mostly what they do anyway. And it just kind of all of these little gimmicky things at movie theaters. I'm like, not interested. No, thank you. I just want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
And not be kicked in the back of the seat by a kid, which we didn't have to worry about because there were like 7 other people in there with us.
That's right.
And there was like family of 5, I think, and then 2 people in front of us. Yeah. And I mean, we were spaced out enough that there was no way anybody was going to.
There were at least 2 rows between and behind us.
Be close enough to like smack us with their feet.
Yeah. Thank goodness. Yeah, well, we saw an early showing on a Friday, so it made sense there wasn't many people there.
Although, I mean, it's summer, so kids are out of school right now.
Yeah, I guess they still are. Yeah, around here. So, yeah, that's true. I don't know. Who knows what they were doing? Well,
I'm sure that there probably aren't that many people that go to the theater anymore right now anyway, because...
Yeah, it's still weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good time.
I did too. It was a good experience.
It was nice going back.
Getting out, watching a movie. It was good. So this movie, real dark start to this movie.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It was upsetting. Because she's got her family and then they're apparently Russian spies and they're called back and they have to abandon their life in Ohio. That they seemed like a happy family.
Yeah, but it's funny because as soon as they realize they have to leave, they're like, okay, let's get all the guns and stuff, and the kids are just like, oh wait, here, you forgot this, and this ammo fell, here, let me pick it up.
That was good. Like, she just knows.
Like it was nothing.
She's like, oh yeah, it's Daddy's gun.
Because if it had been me, I would have been like, what? What is going on?
What are all these guns?
But yeah, they obviously all knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Or especially Natasha. I don't know how much Yelena, wasn't that her name?
Yeah, I don't think she knew much at all.
I think she knew that, they had guns and everything, but I don't think she knew quite as much.
Yeah. So they were just kind of a sleeper cell family.
Yeah, the dad was working at some kind of factory. See, I didn't catch everything, but I think he blew up the factory or set it on fire or whatever, and then came home and was like, okay, we gotta go. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, you're not gonna get to eat your corn on the cob.
Right, that looked good.
Good. I was like, ooh, I want some corn on the cob.
Yeah. Just good. Can we just wait a sec to eat this?
Yeah.
But no, they had to go.
Yep, so they pack up all all their stuff and head out and go to like a hangar in the middle of nowhere, get on a plane, and of course the dad just like throws the
wagon thing. Yeah.
Hurls the wagon out of the way so that they can get the plane out of the hangar. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which I mean, I knew he was going to be a superhero kind of thing, but I didn't know exactly like what. But he was a super soldier basically.
Yeah.
Kind
of
like
he was
the
the Red
Captain
Guardian
America thing. Yeah. So like the Russian version of Captain America.
Yep, that's right.
So Russia's only super soldier, I think is what he called himself.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
I didn't realize that, but I guess it was Hydra that was doing all the other super soldier things. But what about Bucky? Where does Bucky come in?
Yeah, I guess Russia did do that with him. Or was it I guess it was. He was the Winter Soldier.
But I mean, I think it was Hydra that was.
Yeah, they were the ones working
right?
on him. Yeah, it kind of got muddled in there somewhere.
Yeah, I forget. We need to, like I said, we need to rewatch everything because I've forgotten so much stuff.
I mean, there were a lot of like that super soldier serum was used in a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of the Weapon X facility. Kind of whoever's running that kind of handles that in the comics usually. The super soldier serum, but he got some, and that he had some, he even like in the comics in the past he worked alongside Captain America and Namor and such. So back in World Wars. So yeah, he's got a history with Cap, which you wouldn't know by watching this movie that he has anything to do with Captain America. He never mentions it.
No, never at all. Wasn't mentioned any time at all during the movie. No, it's only mentioned once, twice.
Three times a lady.
I don't know. So yeah, but the whole plane part was pretty intense.
It was, yeah. They were trying to take off.
They're trying to take off. All the like government people or whatever are pulling up.
S.H.I.E.L.D., chasing them in their cars.
Trying to stop them from getting away. Of course, they're shooting them up. They shoot the mom. And so... I was about to call her Scarlet.
Scarlet, yeah, that's her real name in the comics.
So Natasha has to get up in the seat and help them get out of there. And meanwhile, the dad is on the wing of the plane, and they do make it out.
They do, and I guess he got in the plane at some point, or did he just ride the wing the whole time?
I don't know. Maybe he rode the wing. Who knows?
All the way to Cuba?
All the way to Cuba.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe. He's a super soldier.
True. Oh, and speaking of Cuba, I took notes in a dark theater. So
it's a little different.
Yeah, it's hard to decipher some of this because before we started recording, I was looking at it and I was like, I don't know what this says. Landon Cube? Landon Cube. London Cube? London, Cuba? Land in Cuba. They landed in Cuba. Okay, we figured it out.
I was trying to think of some like new weapon that they had gotten called the Landon Cube, and I couldn't think of anything.
Right. Oh my goodness. So they do land in Cuba, though.
They do. That is true. And the mom's been shot. She gets taken away by a medical team. Dad just sells out the kids.
Yeah,
and
basically.
That was like, jeez, that's messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, basically, they're just, it's like selling the children into slavery, basically.
Being turned into soldiers themselves.
Yeah, all the girls getting sold into that child trafficking stuff.
To be turned into Black Widows, basically. And as it's showing like all the stuff that's happening to them, it's playing like a version of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cover of it. Yeah, and apparently Natasha had already been through it before.
Yeah, she'd been through something, because she was like, don't do it. She was trying to protect Yelena, because she didn't want her to go through it. Yeah. She wanted the little sister to not have to deal with that.
That was rough.
Yeah.
So... yeah, it was a tough start. It's hard to watch that kind of stuff, but it happens in real world. So I mean, I don't know about the Black Widow thing.
I don't know about turning them into soldiers, but sure,
but it ain't good stuff. I'll tell you that. Yep. So then, that pretty much gets us into modern times.
Well, 21 years later. It takes place right after Civil War, because you find out that she's on the run from Thunderbolt Ross. and his crew, because it's after Civil War, so they're trying to track down Steve Rogers and her, because they've already got Scott and Falcon and Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they've already got them, so they haven't captured her or Steve.
Yeah.
So they're after her.
Yeah.
And of course, they're looking in the wrong spot, basically, because she's she's left her tracker, and it's like,
You're
I'm not there.
Catch her. What are you? Who are you dealing with?
You idiots. I'm in Norway.
I could see maybe like Hawkeye being tough to catch because he's kind of similar, like having to go undercover and all that.
Yeah.
But apparently not. Apparently they just got him.
Well, didn't they show at the end of Civil War they were in like the
raft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no Scott Lang was there.
Was that the end of Civil War?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember some.
Oh, but didn't Captain America break him out? Because, like, he shows up at the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe Ross didn't know about it yet. Maybe it was, like, right before that.
I don't know.
Or maybe this takes place before he broke him out.
I don't know, but I don't like Thunderbolt Ross.
He is a jerk.
He is a big old jerk.
He is in the comics, too.
Yeah.
He becomes a Hulk at one point.
Oh, he looks very old.
He looks very old. That actor's probably getting pretty old.
William Hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So... Still no Betsy Ross, though.
No.
Or Betty Ross, whatever her name is. So,
yeah.
We'll see if she ever comes back.
Where's Liv Tyler? I just want Liv Tyler back. I didn't even watch that movie, but I want her back.
Yeah, you won't say that after you watch the movie.
No. Well, I mean, she's not that bad.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Yeah, she's fine. Let's just not talk about it.
She's fine.
Okay.
She didn't win any awards, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
All right, so we find out that Natasha is in Norway. She's got her own little spot out in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Freaking beautiful, too.
Yeah. Like mountain
gorgeous
views
out there.
And all the lakes, and oh my god.
I was kind of jealous.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I would like a little more, a town a little closer maybe to me in case I needed it. But
yeah, and then she's got her little friend that helps her out with some stuff. I did not catch his name.
I don't know his name either. Yeah.
Guess I should have looked that up, but oh well.
I'm sure he'll come around all the time.
But he's basically like, people call me when they have no friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he's very friendly and wants to be friends with them.
Yeah, he's nice. I like them.
Yeah.
And then you find out that Yelena is in Morocco. And she's on some kind of mission.
Mm-hmm. She's still a Black Widow.
Yeah, tracking down one of the other Black Widows that has, I guess, defected.
Gone rogue.
Yeah, so they're after her, and she gets her and stabs her, basically. And really twists the knife.
Slashes, and it's like, yo.
Ouch.
You're not gonna last long.
Yeah, and she doesn't. But before she dies, she throws some kind of red.
Yeah, she
substance.
red mist them.
Yeah, red mist. Yeah, some kind of red mist in Yelena's face, and basically she is no longer programmed to.
Yeah, breaks her out of it.
Yeah, breaks her out of whatever.
Her eyes turn red for a second.
Yeah, and
that's all it took.
Yep.
Hey, congrats.
And that's it. And then she, we find out later that she emailed.
She emailed it, yeah. It's very tech-savvy.
She emailed it. No, she mailed the extra mist things, vials, to
Natasha's safe house.
Yes, to Natasha's safe house.
Budapest? Is that the correct way?
That's the way she says it, so we're going to have to say
he says Budapest. She says
she's
Budapest.
Like Budapest.
They call the whole thing off, and then we move on.
Yes. Yeah, so she gets it, and she's just kind of got it in the back of her car, and not really paying attention.
She's going to throw it all away.
Yeah, she was just going to throw it away. So she puts it's in the back of her car, and her generator goes out at her little spot, and so she's like, well, dang it, I'm out of gas, gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
So she's going into town, and there's like Kesha playing or whatever, and I'm like sitting there like dancing around in my seat, and all of a sudden, explosion.
Yeah, she just gets hit with a rocket, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And somehow survives. There were a lot of crashes in this.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, just put on your seatbelt. It's like, that still.
You're still going to get real
Those
hurt.
crushes were really messed up.
Yeah.
And you're not like a super soldier, so...
there was a lot of collateral damage, too, because there were people just, like, being run over left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Or, I mean, cars, but cars with people in them.
There was a lot of casualties.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That they did not want to go into.
So, yeah, she manages to get out.
She thinks it's Ross.
Yeah, she thinks it's Ross coming for her, and she's like, you have no jurisdiction here or whatever, and it's like, yeah, that's...
I like that argument. like that would stop it.
Yeah, exactly. So she realizes that the person that is there is not actually there for her. The person is there for whatever. Did they actually give that character a name, like, as that? Because we find out who it is later, but I don't want to, like, reveal that.
Well, I mean, we can say who the villain is... The Taskmaster. That's who it is. Well, they say, like, deploy Taskmaster protocol.
Okay.
And the Taskmaster, in the comics, what his things is he can, if he just watches someone do something, he can mimic it.
Yeah, they say that.
Yeah.
That character's a good mimic.
Yeah. But, like, the way they, like, because he, that could easily make him into, like, a god figure, basically, just learn everything and you can do anything. Yeah. But his, like, sacrifices, I feel like at times it's only a short-term thing, and then sometimes he has to sacrifice, like, part of his long-term or short-term memory. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't remember his past, but he can remember, like, all these moves. So he trains a lot of people. And he's mostly a bad guy, sometimes a good guy, but mainly kind of a for-hire guy.
Okay. Like mercenary kind of thing.
Yeah, he kind of treads in Deadpool territory at times, but mostly he's a bad guy. But I think we'll get to what I think about him as a villain. But in the comics, I think he's a really good villain. Okay. So we'll see how he plays out in this movie. Okay.
Don't want to spoil anything. No spoilers, but spoilers everywhere.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen Black Widow yet, we're going to spoil the heck out of it.
Oh, heck yeah.
So get ready.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
We're spoiling it. Yeah, I didn't write down a lot of stuff right here, so I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to get to that next note, and I'm trying to figure out how it got to that point. So, the Taskmaster, I almost said masker. The Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Yeah, by the way, we're drinking right now, so...
Oh, yeah. We are.
I haven't even had half of mine, but I haven't drank anything in so long that it's like...
Just thirsty. Yeah, we'll get into what we're drinking, but if you hear drink sounds, that's us.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're trying to be as quiet as we can, but
we might have some ice clinking and stuff like that. We'll try not to slurp too much.
It'll be worth it in the end. You'll be like, I'm so glad they did that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was like the fakest laugh. I'm so sorry.
That is hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
So she finds out that the Taskmaster is actually after the box that Yelena sent to her.
Right. And she knows that because Yelena included the pictures of both of them as children with the box or with the vials.
Yeah, because she grabs the vials. Because I saw her like going to open that case. I'm like,
did you see
vials
that?
Are not in there.
I didn't see it.
She grabbed those things.
I missed it.
I saw it. I was like, yeah, she grabbed those. And then the person opens it and there's nothing in there. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she got kicked into a river. Which
she did.
How did she not freeze to death? Like, she's out there with nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Besides these vials. Mm-hmm. She's probably pretty far away from her camper, but maybe not. I mean, she's probably been through a lot in her past, so...
Yeah, so I don't know.
She knows how not to freeze.
I guess so.
But I was like, man, you've been in that cold river, and it looks like it's freezing.
Yeah, she had lots of training, I guess.
Yeah, training to survive.
Yes. So then she ends up in...
Budapest. Yes.
So yeah, she ends up there, goes to the house there.
Mm-hmm. One of her old haunts.
Yeah, one of her old haunts. Gets in there, and Yelena is inside.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a big fight scene.
They have a big fight, like, so unnecessary. Like, how hard they were, like, slamming their faces into walls and stuff. Like, I get that you're wary of each other, but you're just gonna start just slamming each other's face into walls?
It's like, maybe we should just, like, calm down and talk it out for a minute.
Let's stand in this pose, pointing our guns at each other and discuss things first.
Yeah, it's like civilized people. Come
on. I get it. You're angry, but,
Yeah, so finally they stop fighting. They call a truce, and they start talking and everything, and I guess that's when she tells what happened?
With
Yelena tells
with the bad guy, which I can't remember his name.
I cannot. Yeah, because supposedly Clint and Natasha killed him, but they did not.
They didn't. They didn't check the body.
Yeah.
Make sure he's confirmed the kill.
And also killed his daughter.
Yeah, blew up his daughter.
Blew her up.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And so I guess we now see all that red that was in her ledger or whatever she always said over the years that she needed to clear out.
So is Budapest where they were talking about? Don't they have that little? She and Clint have that little thing. Is that where it is?
We remember Budapest very differently.
Yeah, but they say Budapest at that point. I think
so. Maybe I wonder if they got a lot of letters about that. Okay. Like, let's have her say it.
Yeah,
Budapest, and then argue with that guy about it.
Yeah,
just like the fans did with us.
Maybe. So as they're discussing everything, people start dropping through the ceiling, basically.
Yep, Black Widow infestation.
Yep, Black Widows everywhere.
You gotta spray.
Yep, you gotta get rid of
regularly.
Those things. They're deadly. So they're trying to get away. They go to get her bike, to get Yelena's bike. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Natasha has the keys, because she grabbed the keys.
She stole the keys.
And so they get on there, and suddenly this big thing, like tank-like kind of thing, comes out of nowhere. Comes out of, like, an alley. And I wrote down, thanks for waiting for us to start the bike and get going.
It just, stops in front and was like, hey, what's up?
It's like, I'm just going to wait for you to, okay, you got to head to the start. Okay, now.
I feel like y'all missed your cue. You were supposed to already be going.
Yeah,
So I'll give you a sec.
So, yeah, I was kind of like, well, that's... Yeah, okay, that's how they usually do these things. It's just like how, when there's a big fight scene, because there's a big fight scene later where it's like, it wasn't quite as bad as it is sometimes, but where it's just a lot of people standing around
waiting
and like one person fighting, and then it's like, well, I'll wait till they're done and then I'll do it. But it wasn't quite so bad. There were a lot of people.
Yeah, like most of the fights with the other Black Widows, I thought were pretty decent.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
In that they weren't all just waiting.
Yeah, I did see some standing around in the background, but there were already like 5 or 6 of them fighting. So
you're not going to get in there at that point.
Too many.
I can wait.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen. I'll just give it a minute.
I'm going to get hit by my own team.
Exactly.
If I get in there now.
So anyway, they're driving through the streets on the on the bike.
Oh, and before they got to the bike, though, there was one Black Widow that was like chasing them and tried to. They were like riding a chimney down.
Yeah.
And
like
she tried.
Smokestack kind of thing.
Smokestack. And she tried to jump on and fell off and pretty much messed herself up to where she couldn't move.
But I mean, the thing is, Nat like grabbed her and was like, "It's okay, I've got you." And then she's like, "Well, I'm going to try to stab you while you're saving me." And it's like, well, that was dumb.
Well, she couldn't help it. Like
I know. She's
training.
I know.
Yeah.
It's part of the programming.
Because we see the bad guy like activate her to terminate herself.
Yes.
So she shoots herself in the face. And they, really showed some blown off half face there. A little bit.
Well, it was not really blown up.
I guess it was more...
It was more singed.
Yeah. A little scorched.
Little singed face. It's fine.
Yeah. But I don't even really know what they're shooting at themselves. It's just some kind of red light. So who knows what effect it has, I guess.
I don't know.
It'll either like paralyze you or kill you, apparently.
Yeah.
No. A little inconsistent. Yeah. That's all right.
So anyway, they do get away, though. They managed to get away. I can't remember how they did it. Oh, that's right. The car got flipped. They went into like the subway or whatever.
Yeah.
And they went up into the vents.
Yeah, because the sister got cut, bleeding everywhere. She's like, "Don't tie it up yet. I got an idea." Because I've done this before, apparently.
And I guess
bled everywhere.
And Nat said that's where she and Clint hid for like 3 days or whatever. It's like, dang.
Yeah. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get chased into that subway.
Mm-hmm. So they finally get away, and then they start to have some nice little sisterly conversations. So there's the whole talk of posing. She's like, why do you do that? Why do you pose
I do.
like that? That was great.
Very meta, very Deadpoolish whenever he called out the superhero landing, which now you can't unsee because of that movie.
It was great. I really like her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot think of her name. Yeah, Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh, yeah.
I really like her, which I've seen her in a couple. I think I've only seen her in a couple of things.
What has she been in?
Well, she was in Little Women, which I saw. But she was in a movie we watched together called Fighting with Your Family.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, which was better than I thought it'd be, but
yeah, I know you don't like that.
I just have a history with the movie.
Yeah, and I know you don't like that wrestler, but
well, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't like her. It's just that there's been a lot of stuff that's just been like, you need to get help. So hopefully she's gotten help and she's doing better.
Okay, but I mean, she was good in that.
Fine.
Yeah, and she was great in that. You know.
Yeah, she did a good job. For sure.
So yeah, I like her a lot. Which I think a lot of people have. This is like the first thing that they've seen her in, really, and they're like, "Whoa, who is this?"
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, she's pretty cool, right?
She is. I thought she did a good job.
Yeah. So they talk about all the
chemistry.
Yeah, they did. So they talk about all the about the posing, and she talks about how she's never been able to like do things for herself really, and like go out shopping. And so she went out shopping and she bought herself a vest with some pockets.
I loved how happy she was about that.
But honestly, as a girl, having any kind of clothing with pockets,
that's fair. Yeah,
you know, I can get it. I can understand.
I find that so weird that
it is
like
really
they don't
weird.
make women's clothing. I should stop drinking this drink without pockets. That's I don't know, weird thing.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Maybe they think, well, you've got a purse, but sometimes you don't want to take a purse everywhere with you.
It's very true. I don't know how. I don't know how y'all deal with that either.
Yeah, luckily,
I don't like carrying around my suitcase bag.
Yeah, luckily, back pockets usually aren't too bad.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can get everything into that. It's still very annoying.
Yeah, I could see that, but I mean, that vest was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it would look good on many people. So, but I'm glad she liked it. That's she's the first thing she bought for herself. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then they need a jet, but they get a helicopter. It's the best that guy could do.
Yeah, because he's like, you've got everybody on my tail right now because everybody is after you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of hard for me to get the things you need.
Yeah, Ross is even looking at my stuff. Nobody wants to talk to me.
He's like, you are costing me so much money.
But I mean, I don't know how their plan would have worked with it being a jet.
Yeah, that would have been real hard.
Unless it was like the Quinjetter thing that she had at the end.
Easily hover.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need something to hover with what they were planning.
Yeah.
Although, did they have much of a plan?
Not really.
Because I don't think they did.
I mean, they just knew the layout because they went to go break the Red Guardian out.
Yeah, Alexei,
their dad, in quotes.
Yeah. So he's in prison. Yeah, he's in prison. It shows him in prison. He's like in the middle of like arm wrestling matches while getting tattoos done at the same time. I'm like, that seems like a disaster in the making.
Yeah, for sure. And telling us stories about fighting Captain America.
Yes.
And the dates don't line up.
Yes. That was his first mention of it.
Yeah.
And then this big guy comes up to arm wrestling and he breaks the guy's arm.
Yeah,
hand,
that was
not
gruesome.
The arm, the hand. And
that was gross.
I felt like my soul was leaving my body when I saw it because it was too much to handle. So I kind of like...
Yeah, I looked away. I don't like seeing that.
I saw it. I was watching and I was like, I'm just gonna like fall through my seat because I don't think my whole body works anymore.
I now like never want to arm wrestle anyone because I've watched those videos online of people like arm wrestling and they're like just elbows dislocate and stuff. And it's just like, no, I don't ever want to take that risk. That is so horrible looking. I don't want to see it. So, yeah, I don't want to experience that for sure.
Yeah, so my note for that one was just arm wrestling. Ouch! But the way it's written, because I couldn't see, it just says, ooch!
Ooch!
So, ooch! That one hurt! Red Guardian. Or Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah, but he's not the Crimson Dynamo. That is another guy.
It's a Red Guardian.
But they do get mixed up a lot.
Yeah, so he goes to, I guess, the commissary or whatever it is. Because he gets the doll. He gets the Red Guardian doll.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts playing with it, and it says something, and he pulls the little pull string, and it starts saying something, and its head pops off, and he's like, oh, didn't mean to do that. But inside the head of the doll is an earpiece.
Yeah.
So he puts that in, and that's how Natasha starts talking to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need to go this way so that we can get you out, basically.
Yeah. I guess they included the cookies so that they wouldn't play with the doll or whatever treats they sent. Maybe. Because, I mean, those guys seem like they would have messed with everything. And seeing that doll, they probably would have been like, look at this stupid doll.
What kind of cookies were they?
I don't remember exactly.
I wasn't even
Something
paying
about
attention.
they used a lot of butter and whatever it was.
Okay. I wasn't even paying attention because I didn't even see the cookies, but now I was just like, dang it. Maybe it was some kind of cookies we could have found.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
It might not have even been cookies.
I was going to say maybe it was like homemade.
Yeah, I think that's what was implied.
Like Russian wedding cookies or whatever they're called, which is also the same thing as Mexican wedding cookies. And I think there's another thing that they're called, but they're basically all the same.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, they take forever to bust him out. I was like, this is
took
going on
a long time. And they just fly the helicopter over, tell him where to go. I don't know why the prisoners all wanted to stop him.
Yeah, I don't either.
What was up with that? Like,
maybe they were just mad because they wanted to get out. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe they just don't like him. Maybe they were all being paid off or something. I don't know.
But they're like, everybody starts shooting at Nat. Nat is like going down to try to get him, like with just a what's it called? A cable. Yeah. Basically. And Yelena is flying the helicopter and they're shooting at her and she gets pissed off. She's like, stop shooting at me. So she sets it to auto hover or something. It's like, how does this work?
I don't know.
He goes out there and gets some kind of weird rocket launcher thing and takes out one of their guard stations. And it falls, and when it explodes, it sets off an avalanche.
Of course it does.
Because I was like, oh, no. I've seen Mulan. I know how these things work. So it sets off an avalanche. Everybody's freaking out. They're running inside. I did like that they brought the dog in. Yeah. They had a dog, and I was like, get that dog inside now.
They didn't leave the dog.
But they did make it out before the avalanche got him. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty nice.
Surprisingly. Yeah. I knew they were going to get out, but I don't know that would happen in normal life. But hey. Yeah. It was an exciting scene to watch.
It was. So they get out there, or they get back into the helicopter, and they don't really want to talk to him.
Yeah. Because he's an asshole.
Yeah, but they finally do and everything, and they're like, tell us where the Red Room is, because the Red Room is where the Black Widows come from. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't know where it is. I never knew where it was. I was just the muscle. And Melina, the one who was playing the mother, was the brains of the operation, basically. Right. She was the scientist, so if anybody knew, she would know. And I know where she is, so let's go find her. Yeah. So
she's still working for them.
Yes.
So
and she's
know where to go.
Yeah, and she's right outside of St. Petersburg on a pig farm, basically. Yeah. And she's training these pigs, but using whatever it is that they're using on the girls. Yeah. And yeah, because at one point she brings a pig in and it's named Alexi, which is Alexi's name. And he's like, you named the pig after me?
I still don't know how
you see the resemblance?
That was a cute pig. I don't know how the pig opened the door.
I don't
know how you could even program something to do it like that if you don't have the physical capabilities of doing it.
I mean, if it's a doorknob like my doorknobs are right over there, yeah, I don't see how that could happen. But if it's one of those doorknobs that's
Like the lever ones, yeah, but I mean, still, just getting up there to grab it.
Yeah, because I mean, if raptors can do it in Jurassic Park, then surely a pig can do it
well,
too,
they're clever girls.
That's true.
So they can do anything. And I really thought, like, there was going to be something to her, the way she would always tell the pigs to go home where it's safe. Mm-hmm. I thought that would have some kind of big meaning in the end.
Yeah.
And it really didn't. I mean, you have your family going, I guess, but I was like, this is going to play into something.
Yeah.
It did. So, a little disappointing, but that's fine.
But anyway, they get there. They're like, we're going to have a family dinner, basically. He goes into the other room and puts on his suit. And I wrote down, that's me after the pandemic trying to fit into my jeans.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, when we were, like, stay at home or safer at home or whatever, my jeans, they just, I did not wear my jeans. It was like yoga pants all the time. Thank you very much. And then when I had to start going back to work, it was like,
oh no,
I need to buy new pants.
What have I done?
So yeah, it's like, I'm going to have to squeeze into these. Yeah, so that's, it was really funny though.
It was.
And then he comes out and he's like, still fits. He was so funny. He was so cute.
Yeah, he was fun to watch.
I really like him too. I haven't seen him in Hellboy. Did you?
Yeah, I didn't see the new Hellboy either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was his fault that it was bad, from what I hear.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching it at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I really like him in Stranger Things and everything.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything else, but...
he was in The Newsroom. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Oh, well, he was in that.
Oh, okay. He was great in that.
It was only like 2 seasons, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so they convince, what's her name?
Melina.
Is it Melina? Mm-hmm. To tell them where it is, I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't know that she does. She just tells them, oh crap, the Red Room's coming. I had to alert them.
Yeah.
They'll be here in a couple minutes.
And she says that she didn't know that they were using her studies and stuff to do that to the Black Widows.
Right. Yeah. I have a hard time believing that.
I'm like, okay. Sure, Jan.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe you just didn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Besides, this is your first one to talk to.
Who knows?
Yeah, because they didn't use it on Natasha. They just used it on Yelena.
Yes.
Natasha's was more mental conditioning, which, sounds rough.
So, yeah, she says that she warned him, or she tells Nat that she told the Red Room that they were there and that they'll be coming anytime. And then it switches over to Yelena, who is in the bedroom where she wants to be alone, but of course Alexei comes in there and he's telling this story about when he had frostbite on his hands and then
fishing with his dad. His dad
peed on his hands because urine is warm enough to like stop frostbite. Anyway, but then like he has this little moment where, you know, she's mad because she thinks that he never really had any, you know, he never really thought of her as a daughter and everything. Yeah. And then he starts singing American Pie.
That was her song.
Which was her song that she really loved. And so they start singing it together and everything. It was like, oh, that's really sweet. And then the Red Room gets there. It's like a great way to ruin a moment. Gosh.
I liked him standing up in the window, like getting ready to fight, and they just shot him with a bunch of different...
Yeah, well, they shot him with one dart, and he's like, oh, you think that's going to stop me? And then, like, 15 darts. Covers it. And then he just falls down. That was great. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was a good one.
And by the time they make it out to the main house, Scarlett's down, or Natasha's down. And and Melina's gone. Taskmaster's there. Or Melina's not gone. She shows up, but she sold him out.
She's there, and Yelena walks out of the room looking for Natasha, and she sees her on the ground, and then Melina comes out and shoots her with like the little, like a taser kind of thing, whatever. Yeah. And so they're both out. Mm-hmm. Red Guardian's out. The next thing they know, they wake up, they're on the plane. Right. And they're all heading to the Red Room, which is in the sky.
Yep, in a satellite, which you would think someone would have seen that.
Yeah, you would think so.
Like, this is how he was never found. Like, I feel like that would have been found a lot easier.
It's like, does it have a cloaking device? Because I can clearly see it, but okay.
No planes ever fly by here. Maybe, maybe they shoot them all down, but... Still, you would wonder why all these planes are disappearing right there.
Yeah, it was a little hard to swallow. But,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So they get up.
What it was.
Yeah, they get up there. Nat and Alexei are in these two cells next to each other, and of course she doesn't want to talk to him, and he's like
trying to bust out.
He's trying to bust out, but he's trying to tell her, that he really did think of her as a daughter and everything, because he had that moment with Yelena, but he hasn't had his moment with Natasha and everything. Right. Meanwhile, they're about to cut Yelena open, cut her head open, and try to figure out why she's not responding the way she's supposed to, because I guess they don't know about the red mist. Yeah. And then Melina is up talking to, what was his freaking name?
I don't know. It starts with a D. Like, his last name's like Drushev or Dordev. I don't know. But anyway, the bad guy, basically. Yeah. So she's up there talking to him, and he's telling, what all he's going to do to everybody. And then it turns out that it's not Melina. It's not. It is.
It is Natasha.
In a Mission Impossible mask.
Yeah, and you can...
The face mask.
I don't know if you noticed it, but when she was putting her gun away, when Melina was putting her little gun away, you could see all of her other stuff back there. And I think you could see it later. And you could see the masks up there. So it was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, I see that now.
Yeah. See, but at the time, for some reason, I feel like I got spoiled on something and heard that the Taskmaster was actually Melina. So I was like, oh, well, there's the Taskmaster mask. That's weird. Yeah. So I kind of, since I thought that, I kind of got, I got to experience a nice twist without knowing what was happening.
Yeah, because it was not.
Yeah, I was expecting something else. And that's not how it was.
So anyway, while Alexei is talking to who he thinks is Natasha, she opens the door for him.
Yeah, he's like all leaned up against it.
And he's like, how did you do that? And she's like, I designed these. And he's like, well, wait, what? And she takes off her face, and of course, it's Melina. Yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. Then she starts talking in her earpiece to Yelena. Did I say Melina or Yelena? I don't know. They're too close. They're too close of names. I don't like it. But she starts talking to Yelena, who has the other earpiece and is about to have surgery, basically. And she's like, I left you a knife in your belt. Exactly where it is. And so she cuts herself out of there, and she gets out and she hits everybody and makes her way out of there. And then
she's going to get the Black Widows.
Yeah, so she's going to get the Black Widows. Alexei starts talking into his earpiece to Natasha. Yeah. Like, okay, I know you didn't hear me earlier, but this is what I was saying, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Melina's like, you don't have an earpiece.
You're not talking to her. You're not talking to anybody.
And he's like, oh.
I like that he just didn't know he didn't have an earpiece.
Exactly. So back up at the other place where Natasha is, you find out who the Taskmaster is.
And it's that dude's daughter.
Yep, it's the daughter that
Antonia.
That supposedly blew up in the building explosion, but did not.
Did not. And the real Taskmaster, or the original Taskmaster, was named Tony Masters, I think. And so her name's Antonia. So it's their little
nod to the comics. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And she got a burned up face.
Yeah, she does. She didn't look that bad though.
She was in a super explosion. How is she not worse than that?
Right? I mean, one of her eyes looked like she was blind in it. Yeah. The other one looked fine. And her face, it's okay. It's a real Phantom of the Opera situation. Yeah. Because if you've ever seen, you probably haven't seen it.
I've seen parts of it.
Okay, the Phantom of the Opera movie with, like, Gerard Butler, or whatever, how you say his freaking name. He takes off his mask and it's like...
Nothing happened.
It's like, it's just kind of red. It's not that bad.
Like, the old one is pretty messed up face.
Yeah, because he's like, he looks like Pee-wee after he's put the tape around his face, around his nose. But yeah, this guy, it's just a little bit red, and he's got some hair missing. It's like, it's not that bad. I mean...
Yeah. So this was like, I wouldn't have minded, like, the Taskmaster, changing to female, it's great. And being his art, cool. I'm cool with that. But the problem I have is, like, Taskmaster is like, I really like him as a villain, and he does talk a lot and explain and everything that's going on, and he's a real interesting character, but she doesn't talk the whole time, and she's just like this mute, just fighter that just has no personality or anything, and they don't, she doesn't even like explain that she can do stuff. And that's cool about the Taskmaster, that he talks about what he knows and how he knows it and everything. So I was kind of disappointed with the Taskmaster in this, because I was looking forward to seeing the Taskmaster in this, but I was a little disappointed.
I love that, like, you're sitting here talking to me, and I'm just, like, slowly sliding down the couch. I'm like, I'm just getting comfortable. It's fine. I'm almost out of my drink. So I'm getting real comfy.
I'm going to be standing in a bit. I'm coming off the couch.
Yeah, I'm just going to be laid all the way out. Because I'm like, maybe I should, like, sit up like a normal person, but nah. We're lounging. I'm lounging.
We're just hanging and chatting.
Exactly.
We're having fun. So.
Yeah. Anyway, it just made me laugh. So what happens?
So we reveal that, So
we find out that Natasha can't.
Why are you praying to me right now?
I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. So we find out that Natasha is... Why did I say Natasha? Oh, that she can't kill him.
Right, because of a pheromone he emits.
Pheromones.
Yeah.
He emits some kind of pheromones that's basically what turns everybody into these mindless... All the widows into mindless zombies that will do his bidding.
Right.
And then
Or at least that keep them from killing him.
Yeah, and then he has, like, this little drawer that he pulls out, and he has a ring that he slides across it, and when he slides it across it, like, it logs him into this thing and shows him where all of the widows are all around the world, and it's just all these young girls, and he's like, I take these young girls that don't have any,
Yeah.
It's like, they suck, so...
I recycle them.
So I take them and turn them into soldiers. It's like...
Pretty messed up, bro.
Boy, okay. That's...
Not cool, friend.
Yeah, all right. It's like nobody loves them, so I turn them into monsters. Okay. Monsters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So her way to get out of that is to slam her face into the desk.
She breaks her freaking nose, and she's like, well... Now I can't smell you, so now I can kill you.
Because Melina gave her the heads up about it.
Yes. And there's like a receptor in her nerve, in her brain that connects to her nasal passage or whatever, that if it's broken, then she won't have to worry about the pheromones and she can do whatever.
Guess she couldn't plug up her nose or something.
Right? It's like...
You're gonna have to smash her face. She was trying to get him to punch her so hard that he couldn't, but he doesn't hit hard enough.
Yeah, so. he was weak. That was weak, man. But so she is gonna kill him, but she can't because, of course, the widows come in and stop her. And that was the big fight scene where I was like, oh, there are a few people in the back just standing around, but there are like 7 more that are actually...
like 4 or 5 on her at once.
Actively fighting her, and she's having a hard time.
Yeah.
So it's probably okay for those girls to be over there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Melina is trying to... is trying to make the Red Room go down to the ground, basically, so she destroys an engine.
So, because Natasha has a tracker on her that Ross can follow, and so he'll come and,
and stop everything.
Yeah.
And then Red Guardian is fighting Taskmaster.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing a bad job.
Oh, yeah.
He got destroyed.
He's really out of shape with all that stuff. Because he hasn't been doing too much when he's in jail. But. Yeah.
It takes Melina coming in and giving him a Hurricane Rana into the room.
Yeah.
So they lock her up in there.
Yeah, exactly. And then Yelena is... Well, she was going to try to find the widows so that she could hit them with the mist, but she couldn't find them.
Yeah.
But she does eventually find them while they're fighting with Natasha. And she has, like, some bomb thing set to it.
I guess wasn't...
Or maybe she just threw it and shot it or something.
No, it was like a grenade kind of thing. But maybe. I don't know what kind of grenade that didn't really explode that much, just enough to blow up those things and not kill everyone in the room.
I don't know. But anyway, the red mist goes all on everybody in the room, and they all start going like, oh God, what did I do?
The glass from the vials doesn't shoot into everyone's faces and
no.
them up. No. Just the mist.
No one blinded by glass falling everywhere, just the mist.
It was all very convenient.
And of course, they didn't all explode either. There were a few of them that survived.
There were like 2 or so.
Because Nat grabbed a couple of them as she was leaving the exploding room.
There's so So many people just getting away from explosions, just barely.
It was like, there is fire right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not how explosions work,
It's
guys.
like, you would be dead, but okay. So yeah, they are trying to escape the falling Red Room, basically. And Melina and Alexei make it off on a plane. And Yelena and Nat...
And Natasha lets Taskmaster out of the cell first.
Yes, she does.
And tries to give her a chance.
Yes.
Taskmaster still wants to kill her, but, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and so she jumps off of the falling thing. Meanwhile, the bad guy has exploded. Yeah. Because Yelena put something into the engine and it explodes. She
stabbed the bow thing into the engine and she got blown off.
Yeah, so she gets blown off. Nat jumps off after her and has a parachute.
That was just conveniently lying around.
Yeah, just has a convenient parachute. So it saves her, lets her keep going down in the parachute, and notices that the Taskmaster is coming after her, falling through the air toward her. So she goes after the Taskmaster. And there's a second parachute.
Taskmaster has one in their armor thing.
Exactly. So Taskmaster has a parachute, which takes them down. They finally get down to the ground, and she breaks the red mist over her, which takes her out of.
Yeah. So
after she breaks the mask.
Yeah, before she could mimic Black Widow's fighting ability and defeat her pretty easily. But now that they're on the ground, it's like she can't stop anything that Black Widow does. And it's just like, Black Widow she's just going to get up behind her. Okay, no resistance there. Yeah. Okay, take off her mask. All right, everything's going very well. and putting the mist in her face. Like, okay, well, that was a lot easier than I expected. I was kind of looking for a big showdown, but that is okay. All right, we're doing that. So, yeah, they broke her from the spell, and she's able to apologize to her.
Yeah, and she did talk, because she was like, is he dead?
Yeah, big character building thing there.
Yeah, right, yep, exactly.
But, it does show that, she was treated just as poorly, probably. And she gets taken away with the rest of the family. Natasha tells them all to get out. She'll take care of Ross and his goons.
Yep, exactly. So everybody leaves. All the Black Widows come and pick them up. They take Taskmaster with them because she's one of them.
One of us. She is one of them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they all went through the same thing, basically. Yeah. So yeah, they take all of them. They all get away, and Nat is there by herself, and doesn't really show what happened.
Yeah, she just gets away.
She just gets away. It's like,
what?
How?
Come on, man! There's a lot of just convenient stuff that I was disappointed in, but it is what it is.
And then it's 2 weeks or 2 months later? I can't remember. I feel like it was 2 weeks later when
could be.
It shows her she's with the friend again that gets all the cool stuff.
She's got her blonde hair that she showed up in Infinity War. So, and they've got a Quinjet. Yep. And did she say where she was going? I don't know.
I feel like she did, but I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I don't know. She was going to the events of Infinity War, I guess.
I guess so.
So, yeah. And then that was pretty much it, if I remember, for the main movie part. Yeah. Credits. And then there was the after credits scene. Yep. Natasha is dead, apparently. Or at least she has a grave.
Yeah. So it takes place after the events of Endgame. So there she is. There's her grave. She's got all kinds of pictures and a teddy bear and all kinds of flowers and everything there. And Yelena comes up and she has a dog. She had talked about wanting a dog.
Yeah. She got her dog.
Yeah. So she got her dog and she comes up and she... we forgot to say that she gave Natasha the vest.
Oh, yeah, she did. I know you want it. You think it looks really cool. I'm going to give it to you.
Exactly. I forgot about that. Oh,
that was good.
And there was also the one point where Yelena dropped out of the vent and she did the pose and she was like, I hated that. I'm never doing that again.
Such a poser. That was good. Yeah. I love that running joke of the pose.
Both of those were good. The pockets and the pose. So anyway, she's there at the grave, and she's just sitting there, and then you hear somebody blowing their nose beside her.
Yeah, Elaine Bennis is blowing her nose. So. Which, it's Victoria...
I thought it was Valentina.
Valentina. I think Valentina's her last name.
Okay, maybe.
I could be wrong. It might be Valentina something else.
I don't know, but...
The one that came and visited...
Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
I say Johnny Walker, but
Johnny Walker Black.
Exactly. John Walker is what I'm
U.S. agent. So, I guess she's already sending her on missions. So,
because she says, I want to raise.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't we all?
So, she must have some kind of task force.
I guess so.
I'm wondering if it's the Thunderbolts that they're building, which the Thunderbolts in the comics is like, it's like a group of villains that portray that they're doing good now. They're reformed or whatever. And they kind of worked it out with the government to like commute their sentences. Kind of like Suicide Squad kind of.
Yeah.
Except, they're not going into like suicidal missions. It's kind of, they handle their own thing, but...
It's like Suicide Squad, but it's not crappy.
Well, this new one may be good.
I'm kidding. It could be.
I hear better things about it.
Who
hopefully.
knows? That first one was bad, though.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't hate it as much as everybody else, but it wasn't great. Yeah, so we'll see, because maybe it'll be like U.S. Agent, because I think, I can't remember for sure. There is a Black Widow too in the comics. There's a blonde girl, and I can't remember if that's her name is Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
It might be. I can't remember. So maybe making a Black Widow 2 U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
Baron Zemo, maybe they'll bring him back to dance around.
I would be okay with that.
Because Baron Zemo was like a big deal in the Thunderbolts, so like he ran it for a while. So yeah, could be getting that together.
Okay.
But she also wants her to go after
the
Hawkeye.
the person who killed, and I'm like,
who's responsible for her death?
It's like, but he's not really
at all. He tried to stop her.
He tried to kill himself instead, so that she wouldn't die.
It makes no sense.
So I mean, all he has to do is be like, okay, but this is what happened. And then she goes, oh, well, I guess I won't kill you.
Yeah. Like, who...
But I mean, who actually has conversations instead of just fighting people randomly?
Yeah, we know that Yelena immediately goes to slam people's faces into walls first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what story they told her to get her to do this, so...
Yeah.
It's weird.
Who knows?
But I'm wondering if she'll show up in the Hawkeye TV
series?
shows. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it should be interesting. There's got to be...
Because, I mean, they're all going to start interweaving. Because, you've got Valentina, who was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And now she's in this, which I think that was supposed to come out first.
Oh, yeah. I think it was, wasn't it?
Black Widow was... Because Black Widow was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Guess that would have been different. Well,
so,
we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm up for it. I'd like to see a little side team made. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. John Walker, I can't get behind that guy at all.
I really like the actor too. I like Wyatt Russell, but
he just looks so doofy in that helmet.
Yeah, I hated him. Like as soon as he walked out in Captain America garb, I was like, "Oh no, I don't like that. This is not my Captain America." Yeah, I was like, he looks stupid. I don't like this, but maybe he looks better in his
U.S. Agent.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's a very similar outfit.
I don't know.
So we'll see.
But it's so funny because, we sat there and we watched that and I was like, why does he look so familiar? Oh, because he looks like his dad, Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it's Kurt Russell's kid.
I was like, that makes sense.
Forgetting
oh, my
them.
gosh.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Because I was like, he looks so familiar. Why? That's why. Yeah.
So what'd you think of the movie overall?
It was alright. I mean, it's one of those that there are certain ones that I don't care about watching, several times. It's like, I wouldn't mind watching it again as we're going through watching them,
Yeah.
The second time or whatever, just as a rewatch.
Yeah.
Watching all of them again. I would watch it then. It's not like... Gosh, I'm trying to think of ones that I would watch several times. Probably Thor Ragnarok. Mm-hmm. Because I really like that one.
Yeah. I've watched the Avengers movies multiple times. I like those.
I've watched Civil War several times.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I've watched
Infinity War and Endgame a few times.
Yeah.
Because I like those.
They're good.
But, yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Second one, I've seen it twice, maybe.
3 times later.
No, I think
Second time.
I've only seen it once. But
Okay.
my mom really likes it. She likes it better than the first one because she watched it first. She saw that one first.
Well, and now Kurt Russell's been in there.
Yeah.
Son's been in there.
Exactly. Where's Goldie Hawn?
Where's she at? Let's get her in there.
Where's Kate Hudson? Where's Oliver Hudson? Just get the whole family.
Get them in there.
I think there might be another one too. Just get everybody.
Let's get the family from Overboard in there. All those kids.
Yeah.
Get them in the movies.
Yeah. There you go.
Whatever they're doing.
Oh, man.
But I was kind of disappointed. I thought it could have been better, but it was fine. And I liked the characters.
Mm-hmm. It had some fun action scenes. Mm-hmm. And I did really like the characters, especially Red Guardian and Yelena.
Yeah,
I really like them.
Yeah, they're good additions, and I'm fine with her taking over the Black Widow.
Yeah, I would be
mantle.
fine with that.
Yeah, since Natasha's dead, probably. I don't know how you come back from that.
I don't know how you would ever come back from that unless there were, say, some timeline.
Oh yeah, there's multiverses. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
By the way,
I don't think Scarlett's going to come back though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did you see that lawsuit stuff?
That she's suing Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're kind of messed with her on the streaming royalties. She's supposed to be just theatrical.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that affects things. But hey, at least she's pretty much out at this point. So yeah. But did you see? There's a thing going around of how WandaVision and Loki sync up, like on the last episode. Like apparently, like the 26-minute mark or so. Like it syncs up to where like Wanda starts getting her powers and like turns into the Scarlet Witch. And then you remember during Loki there was like this boom thing.
It was like when he said it was the point, not the point of no return, but whatever it was. It was something else, but I forget exactly what it was called. Exactly. But that was like the point where he doesn't know what happens after that point.
Pretty much, yeah. And then pretty much. So, but it lines up pretty interestingly to where like you wonder like did they do this like the way
did they do it on purpose?
It's supposed to be like this?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I recommend going out and finding that and watching it. It's pretty neat.
Or after we finish recording, you can just show it to me.
Well, yes. The listeners should go out and find it. Yes. Do you remember we're doing a podcast?
I know. Well, you were looking at me. I'm not used to it.
Yes, it is different now.
I feel like you're talking directly to me because you're looking directly at me.
I'm only talking to you. I stopped recording an hour ago.
Man.
So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I like that.
All right.
And we'll see where we go from here. We got Shang-Chi in a month or so. The What If series, which probably won't really affect anything, but might be interesting.
Yeah, because it's a What If series. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Hawkeye and there's like another TV series that's coming out this year. It's like the Marvels or something like that. So shouldn't that be some more stuff coming up soon?
I thought the Marvels was a movie. I
think so, but I think there's also maybe like Miss Marvel has her own show. Yeah. Yeah. So it might just be that, which I'm all for because Kamala Khan's awesome. And then Eternals in November. So we got a lot coming up. Hopefully we'll be doing them in person. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Hey, well, maybe. If you don't kick me out of here during the record.
Still debating that.
It's been pretty rocky so far. Yeah.
It depends on if it rains or not. If it rains, you're safe. But if it doesn't rain this whole time,
then we're good. There's I'm not worried at all then because that doesn't happen here. So
no, I mean if it rains, you can stay.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that's not good. We're in trouble.
You better hope.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You better be talking to the meteorologist. Like, you got to make this happen, man.
As the control the weather.
Come on, bro. You got to make it rain, man.
Make it rain.
They'll be like sitting here with dollars like, it's raining, right? This works. Nope.
Yeah, I can stay, right? Yeah. So, for our thing, we were like, what should we have?
Yeah, because we try to do a snack every week. And it was like, what kind of Russian snacks can we get? I don't know. And then I found something like, that was like, Walmart has Russian snacks. That's not in the store, and you have to have them delivered, and it takes a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
from
that
Russia.
does not help. So, and we couldn't, I did think about getting fruit roll-ups, because they did mention those.
Mentioned in there. I feel like there's something else mentioned at some point.
Maybe. I don't know. And then I even looked to see, we went to see if we could find any kind of cookies or any other kind of snacks. Couldn't find anything. We could find a bunch of Italian stuff. We found like German. Some Polish stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, just give me Russian.
Not Russian.
But,
I would be remiss if I did not mention that in the movie, Scarlett Johansson drank out of a coffee cup that was obviously empty, and it was horrible to watch. When they were in the car together and she had a coffee cup.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, well, I looked at you and I was not.
I don't remember it because I was probably
trying to write something.
Either that, or I've probably forgotten that because of the awful coffee drinking that we saw or hot chocolate drinking or whatever that we saw in that other movie that we watched last night.
Yeah.
Where it was, oh my gosh, that
was not even close.
It didn't even touch her mouth. And she's like, oh, this is good. It's like, oh my God. And then, of course, the one that she was holding, no, it was the guy, I think it was a guy that was holding the cup, but it was like, he was holding the cup.
Yeah, this was from Hallmark movies.
No, this was a Lifetime one.
Oh, this was a Lifetime movie, sorry.
Because it was the gay Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
And the guy was holding his hot chocolate that cost him $20.
Yeah.
And he was holding...
Yeah, oh my gosh.
He was like, he looked at his watch or something, and he was still holding the cup. I'm like, well, if there was anything in there, it would have been on the ground at this point.
We're going to have a Hallmark and Just crossover just to talk about this, because it was infuriating.
It was the worst.
But yes, this is a big complaint of mine, that empty coffee cups drive me crazy in movies and TV shows.
Yeah, you see them a lot, especially in Christmas movies, because they're like, let's get hot cocoa. Mm-hmm. And there's never anything hot cocoa in there.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
But you know who does have, you know which people do have drinks? Couldn't think of how to conjugate my verbs correctly.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Is it us?
It's us. Because we just were like, hey, you know what this movie's full of?
It's full of a bunch of White Russians.
White Russians. So, we're having some White Russians while we record. That's why you might have heard some ice.
We're having /have.
Yes, some of us have had more than others at this point. But that's all right. They're very good.
I just finished mine.
Krista made both of them. Mm-hmm. And they're very, very tasty.
They're good.
Yeah.
I did not do them exactly the way that the recipe said, because, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's sort of been a very different podcast.
Because it was just like all vodka and a splash of Kahlua and cream. And I'm like, that's a bit much.
That is a bit much.
So, yeah.
So, do you have a history with any White Russians? Anything? You drink them much in the past?
I've had them several times before. I like White Russians.
Yeah.
There used to be, they used to do a Big Lebowski thing in town where they would play Big Lebowski and they would have White Russians, because that's what he drinks in the movie. So they would have White Russians for like pretty cheap. And I mean, they just had like a big like jug of it basically. And I've had my fair share of those.
Nice.
Had a good time watching Big Lebowski and drinking those
White Russians.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it took me a while to really even try them. Even after seeing The Big Lebowski, I was like, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah,
because I don't like mixing alcohol and milk usually.
Yeah,
even like alcoholic milkshakes, it's not really like
and see, I've made like a version of White Russians that is more of a like milkshake kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
Yeah, actually having them is much better than it sounds. I would say. I did
probably not if you're lactose intolerant, though.
Oh yeah, and it's not a drink I would think you could just really drink a lot of. Like if you're gonna have a huge, well, okay, some people might have in the past, but I feel like you're walking a very dangerous line if you're drinking. Hopefully, your tolerance is kind of low, so you don't have to drink a ton.
Yeah.
But like having a long binge on them or something, just building up with a bunch of milk in your system.
That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that's going to get dangerous real fast, especially if you're out in a bar or something.
Yeah, I've never ordered one in a bar. I've just had one at like the theater and then I had them at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would kind of like to have another one.
Oh, well, I might have to
but also,
have a Black Russian.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because, I already said what I was going to do with the second one, if I had a second one.
Oh, yes.
So I like coffee, and I have coffee creamer, of course, because I always have to have coffee creamer. And so I have some caramel coffee creamer, so I'm going to make a caramel White Russian.
Yes. That does sound interesting. Yeah.
If you want one, I'll make you one, and if not, you can have a sip of mine.
Yeah, you can make me one for sure. And there was a time where I was ordering Black Russians because I thought it was cool. Because like everybody has White Russians. I'll take a Black Russian, thank you. And it's just like, okay, well, this is just Kahlua and vodka, so yum.
Yeah. I guess. I've also there are a few similar drinks to White Russians. So there's like B-52s and things like that. I forget what is in the other ones though, but they used to be able to get
the B-52 test has a rock lobster and narwhals. Okay, we'll just gonna drink.
Remember that part where you in the beginning where you were like, and I'll get to see when I tell a bad joke and she just gives me that look. Yeah,
this is like instant feedback. You get to really know because when you're alone, you don't know for sure. So this is very helpful. I appreciate the feedback.
But anyway, I feel like it has more of an orange taste, so it must have some kind of orangish liqueur in it or something.
What does? Who are we talking about?
B-52s.
Oh, B-52s. Okay.
Yeah, but they used to... I found one time some kind of... It was like little bottles, and it was like White Russians, B-52s, and two other little things kind of similar to it. And I don't know who made them. They were very tasty.
Yeah.
And I got them one time at the beach.
Yeah.
And...
You had a good day.
Had a good time. Let's just say that. So, yeah.
The thing about B-52s, though, you can only have one because you got to roam if you want to.
Okay, we're going to have to end this podcast. I cannot.
That one was good. Come on. That was quality. People are writing that one down. They're going to use this. You're going to see bar signs like first B-52's on the house. Second one, well, you have to roam if you want to. It's so good. I'm so proud of me.
You shouldn't be.
Let us know. Let us know how good that was. Rating on 1 to 10. Give me a 10 on that. That was good. So, let's actually... did you want to make the other one and then rate it? We can pause, come back here in a second.
I don't know. Are we going to rank these? Or we can... Or just wait till after?
We could try the other one, rank them both.
Okay, but you gotta finish yours.
I can do that.
Slam it down.
Okay. Help me, I'm being peer pressured into drinking. This is dangerous.
Okay, you don't have to.
We're going to pause, and after this break, we will be back to let you know how we feel about this caramel White Russian, brown Russian, maybe.
Caramel Russian.
We'll say, caramel, okay. All right. Okay, we're back with new caramel Russians. And we're giving it a try. It's good.
Yeah.
It's caramely.
It is.
Yeah, it tastes...
And I told you I tried not to put too much of it in there, too, because I thought it might be kind of strong of caramel.
Yeah. I think it's a perfect amount. It's like just got that caramel flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of something, but I can't place what. I don't know. But it's good. I like it.
It is good.
So...
just a hint of caramel.
If you have any caramel creamer, maybe try it out. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I can't remember. Mine's probably like International Delight or something. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but we were open. International Delight, reach out to us. Let us know. We'll be happy to be sponsored by you.
I will drink only your coffee creamer in my coffee.
That's right. And that's a lot. That's a lot. She will dedicate herself to it.
I drink 1.5 to 2 cups of coffee a day. So it's going to be not a lot, but...
yeah, she's being modest. It's like a gallon. Don't worry. No. We're trying to sell it here. We gotta get it. We gotta get him on the hook.
I only drink coffee. I don't drink anything else.
Like we're worried about her.
I feel really bad about drinking this because it's not coffee.
Well,
it's coffee liqueur.
So yeah.
But it's okay because I can add my
my
caramel International Delight coffee creamer.
And now I feel good about it. Thanks, International Delight. See? Right in. Or maybe if you're one of those dairy factories that produce their own. I can't remember any of them.
I don't even know if it's International Delight. It could be Coffee Mate. I don't know.
Could be.
So Coffee Mate, this goes out to you also.
Get in first.
Yep. Yeah. We're going to have a bidding war between Coffee Mate and International Delight of which one would like to sponsor us.
Yeah.
Either one, I will definitely use only your product in my coffee.
Mm-hmm. We're an unknown hot commodity. Mm-hmm. Like people don't know that we're a hot commodity. That's why it hasn't really taken off yet. But that's just because people don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
And then once it takes off, Coffee Mate, you want to be on that.
Yeah.
You want to be the Alexi on the wing of our plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Holding on and flying to Cuba with us.
Shooting people.
It's going to get real out of hand, Coffee Mate. But get in there.
Coffee Mate / International Delight. Either will work.
Who wants to be our wingman? Top Gun Maverick coming out next year. See it in theaters. That's right, Top Gun. We'll sponsor you too.
Who wants to be the goose to our Maverick? Forget that he dies in the movie. Don't think about that part.
We'll rise to success. You'll fall down. It won't be good.
Just remember, Goose was married to Meg Ryan.
And Goose flew so high, he hit the top. And that's how he died. So you'll soar to new heights before coming crashing down. Anyway, we lost all our sponsor opportunities. And
all of our listeners.
Yes. I'm sorry. Now we should probably rate this and wrap it up before we lose our minds. So, what will you rate a White Russian, just normal White Russian, 1 to 10?
Just normal White Russian that I made myself.
That you made yourself. Or as a whole, based on past experience, I guess. The concept of White Russians. She's thinking about it very hard. She's taking this very seriously.
Yes.
This is a very important decision.
Very serious.
Just think of how much does it make you want to break up with me? Or how much does it make you want to keep it in the house at all times?
Okay, well, it's not so much this as it is the B-52 joke you made that gets me closer to
They want you to keep it around all the time?
No, that gets me closer to the want me to break up with you part of the scale.
Because you're jealous of how funny I am.
So your B-52 joke, 1.5. I mean, it's way down there. The White Russian I made, probably a 7.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I wanted to go with an 8, but I'm going with a 7. I feel like if I go with an 8, I'm going to sound like a drunkard.
10. Oh, I have it all the time.
But 7's good.
7 is good.
7 is the same as I gave last week, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, that was Sour Patch Kids. Those were good.
And I bought more.
Yeah, exactly. We've had some since.
I have some right beside me.
Yeah. So 7's a good score. It's hard to, get all the way up to a 10. We're very picky. Mm-hmm. White Russians. I mean, I haven't had them a whole lot. This is probably maybe my 3rd or 4th White Russian in my life.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that I made this lovingly for you.
Yeah, but you also don't recognize how funny I am. So, So you
can't rate it too far down.
And this caramel one might be poisoned based on your reaction to the joke.
No comment.
No comment. Good. So I'm going to give it... It is pretty good. I'm not like the biggest coffee fan, but it works in this. I think I'm going to go 6, though. I think there's a lot of other drinks I like a lot better.
That's okay. I was like expecting a 5 from you, so.
Yeah, hey. Well, I'm glad. It's a tasty drink. I'm kind of rating it on a scale of drinks, because like the drinks I generally like are like, I like mules, I like Southside just because of the White Sox, even though it's not related to the White Sox at all, and stuff like that. So there's just a lot of other stuff I would get before it, but it is good.
Okay.
And the one you made especially, very good. So now the caramel one. Does it bump it up any, or does it knock it down?
It doesn't knock it down, but it doesn't bump it up either. It's still a 7.
I think I might move up to a 6.5.
Okay.
I think it does bump it up. I like the little taste of caramel in there.
Yeah, just that little hint.
It was subtle enough to keep it in there, and it kind of feels like I'm drinking chocolate milk at this point, kind of.
Yes, that's why these are dangerous to me, because, yeah.
Because you like chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it was a successful addition.
Okay, cool.
To the thing. So you should trademark it and, get in on that.
Okay. Now, the other question that I have to ask you, and we haven't talked about this on the podcast, but how would you rate that lasagna I made?
Okay, so Krista made lasagna last night. And it's your first lasagna?
That is the first lasagna I've ever made.
First lasagna she's made. And
I mean, other than, I've taken like a Stouffer's lasagna that is already made and then just heated it up. But this is the first,
that doesn't count.
From scratch.
From scratch. And it was really good. It was tremendous. Maybe best lasagna I've ever had. And I've made lasagna myself.
Okay.
So to rate you higher than my lasagna, it's a big deal. I haven't really... I don't know that I've had a lot of people make lasagna for me, honestly. But I imagine my mom's made it in the past, and she makes good lasagna. But this one was really good. You did a great job.
Thank you.
But we have to break up over it. No. I'd give it a 9.5, and then add more cheese. I'll give you a 10.
Okay, because I was going to say the door's right there, so just remember that.
I will, but it's raining outside probably. So that's our episode of the Black Widow. Please.
Sorry to put you on the spot about the lasagna.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm happy to sing your praises on that. It was really good.
It was a really good lasagna.
Yeah,
I was very proud of myself because I was like, I did not expect it to be this good.
I was very excited to see that you are capable of such great stuff.
That's the only thing.
Exciting.
That's the only great stuff I'm capable of is lasagna.
Nah, that's not true. So now I want y'all to go out. Tell me how funny that joke was that I made about the B-52s. And you can tell me that on our Twitter, which is Having Fun Cast. Mm-hmm. And are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/havingfunpod. And email Krista directly at havingfunpod@gmail.com. And tell her, Mark's really funny. You are so lucky. I'm so happy for you.
Also, keep in mind, I don't have access to the email, so...
She'll get it. She will receive it.
He will forward anything nice that you say about him to me.
I'll post it on the Twitter.
And if you say anything nice about me on there, he will just delete it, so...
If I get enough emails, next week's episode will just be me reading emails about how funny the joke was.
Oh my God. And I will not be in that episode because I can't hear that joke again. I'm going to have to skip over that part when I listen to the podcast.
But yeah, reach out to us. We want to hear from you. Make any suggestions on what we can watch in the future, what you want to see, and we'll think about it.
And I mean, your suggestion can be never drink again on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to hear you.
That's a suggestion. We ignore some suggestions, but,
We don't want to hear you getting drunk as the podcast goes.
Oh, we're not drunk.
No, we're not.
We went easy on it.
It's all just play. We're very good actors.
I guess.
Okay, I've drank more than he has, I feel like.
This is true.
I'm a lightweight.
Yeah, I have a bit more mass to disperse it through.
I'm about to pass out.
Wow. We should really end this episode.
I'm kidding. I'm not. I promise. I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
I promise.
But yeah.
I'm just giggly. That's fine.
Yeah, and it's our first episode, so we're excited and happy.
Exactly.
And we're having a good time.
It's our first episode in the same room.
Yes, it's true. First episode looking at each other directly in our judgmental eyes. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
Judging you so hard.
Yes. I feel it. That's our first live episode.
But also not live.
But just play into the illusion.
Why do you always say live?
Coffee Mate wants live episodes. We got to give it to him.
Oh, if Coffee Mate ever sponsors us, we will do a live episode.
Sure, why not? We'll
and
drink
an actual,
nothing but Coffee Mate.
An actual live episode.
Yeah.
Oh God, Coffee
we'll drink
Mate.
Straight Coffee Mate.
Oh, no.
We'll try all the flavors of Coffee Mate.
Hey, I'd be down for that.
Me too.
Maybe that's what we should do one time. Maybe we should try.
Yeah, if they throw us some money, I'm in it. So
Okay.
Coffee Mate, balls in your court, bro. Get on it.
Or International Delight. We'll also accept you.
Yes, we will. So until then, go out there, have fun, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.